One of the thoughts I had is, there's all kinds of certifications, and I'm kind of a believer that regenerative agriculture it's both a set of practices that you do
Mhm.
and outcomes.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you're doing the practices, you can test your soil, test your produce, and see the benefit and see the outcomes.
Well, and that goes back too to knowing your farmer, right? Knowing where the food is coming from and the advantage of that, because regenerative is so different depending on the crop and depending on the place, or farming is so different depending on those things. And it isn't just reduced to one set of practices. So if you don't know anything about where the supply is coming from, that might be harder to know that it's regenerative, even if it's checking some certification boxes. But a lot of the people that we're talking to are describing it as a mindset and a journey, and and outcomes, like you've mentioned. And those are much harder to check.
Well, it is because, being an organic farmer, organic is mostly a set of rules of what you're not allowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas regenerative is what you should be doing. So,
oh, that's great.
And regenerative, I think, works different on maybe in different geographical areas and on different crop rotations. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a tougher one to figure out how to make sure each farmer implements it in the proper way for his farm.
I'm going to have you fill in the sentence that regenerative agriculture is. For
regenerative agriculture, it's multiple things. It's about sequestering carbon. It's about protecting your soil from wind and soil erosion. It's about hopefully increasing nutrient density. Our farm actually operates under Brian Andersen Farm. We pack and ship and sell everything through Andersen Organics is what would be the name most people would be more familiar with. Our main operation, we farm in the Othello, Washington area, which is part of the Columbia Basin. Our main focus is onions, but we also grow shallots and cipollini onions and asparagus, winter squash, wheat, and fresh peas.
Great.